Hey, what's happening? So, my last video was a bit angry. My bad. Uh, it I shouldn't have that type of reaction. It doesn't help anything. But anyway, mankind needs to wake up, and I want to help, and so sometimes I get emotionally invested in that. But today I want to talk about a few things. First, the word Justinian, which is a name of a Roman emperor who reigned from, I think, 527 to 565 AD, and he implemented this all capitals language, and basically he did it to reap all of the money from the citizens, and it worked pretty well. And it was later perfected by Accursius, and that was in 1230. The Magna Carta was 1215 and 1230. We went, after 15 years, we went from common law back to Corpus Juris. Juris, the Juris meaning jurisdiction. That's where the word jurisdiction comes from. Corpus meaning corpse, because you're presumed dead, and there's an important reason for that, because if you're presumed dead, then you cannot hold contract, you cannot make contract, and which means that you never take the position so that you can take your natural born of the soil rights to the energy and mineral rights of the land that you were born upon. That's how the law is. Whether you believe in the Bible or not, forget it. Everybody should read the Bible, regardless if they believe in religion or not. Atheists should read the Bible. Why? Well, let's just say you wanted to be a mathematician, but you decide, well, I don't need to learn math from, these guys. These guys are these crazy zealots or whatever. You're not going to be a mathematician if you don't know math, okay? So there's information in there, very, very, very important information of how to help you. And it's all in symbolisms and parables, and it's metaphors. You can't take it too literally. If you do, you miss the point. So basically, the all capitals language it's a diglossia language, meaning it's two languages. It's dog Latin mixed with mixed case language. Mixed case language is English. You have uppercase and sometimes you have lowercase. But in the Babylonian language, the all capitals language, which is law, it's what's in Black's Law Dictionary, which is what is used for reference for law around the whole world. And so, everybody's in this. Now there's remedy everywhere. It's just like hydrogen and oxygen, electrons. It's all around, yet it's out of your reach because you don't have the knowledge of how to use it. And that's the real travesty there. But so, for example, here, it's literally called dog Latin. It's an all uppercase language, which is really American Sign Language, which has no definite meaning when it comes to letters. So it's nothing. It's nothing. And so what's interesting is that when you get any type of official document, and of any kind, if it's not official, it's up to you whether you want what importance you want to put upon it. But if you get a court document, a summons, if you get a anything that's on paper that you've received from an official, so to speak, you know, if that document has even one word that's in all uppercase, that document is a complete fraud. You cannot have, this is against the law. It's not, I didn't make it up. The guys that I learned this from didn't make it up. That we're just learning the mechanics of this system. It isn't, is it somewhat using subterfuge? And yeah, it's not awesome, okay? But if you know the mechanics of the system, it's not a problem. And so, as a matter of fact, you realize that the system was put there for you. It was put there by man, for man. It wasn't created, you know, it wasn't created by a computer. Or I mean, you know, just think about it. Just use your head there, you know? So, anytime you get a document like that, I was, you know, watching a guy that he was charged with 3 charges. He went into court, and all of the charges on the paper were written in all uppercase text, the entire thing. And so he said, I gladly and happily plead guilty to all 3 charges upon you, judge, reading them back to me. And of course the judge wouldn't do it because he'd be making an error. He'd be communicating that those words were English, and they are not English at all. And so he subsequently dropped all 3 charges and wanted this guy out of there. You know, they don't want people in there that know what they're doing. They don't want you in there at all. They don't want you to ever go in their court. And you really don't want to go in their court. It's a foreign realm sitting on the soil of your country. It's a boat. It's a ship in dry dock, a corporation. And they invite you in, and when you get there, you're the creditor. Good deal. And then, through ignorance, you say, yes, I'm that person on my driver's license, and now you've just entered their corporation. You've entered contracts with that corporation, and now you're screwed because you're also, you know, in their house. So you can easily, you know, all you have to do is send something back. And I'm not giving any legal advice. I'm nobody. But you send a copy of the document back, and on that document, and if you see something that's in parentheses or, you know, boxed in or anything like that, there's rules to that stuff. You can't do that. And so all you have to say is, listen, I'm happy to pay whatever you want me to pay upon you correcting the name and language performance. My name is not, I'm not the person, John Doe Smith. I'm not that person. I'm the beneficiary. If they say, well, you know, what is your name? You can call me the beneficiary. So, and of course you can just say, I don't know. I don't understand. I'm sorry, I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand anything. I don't understand what you're saying. I don't understand what this word means. You just asked me if this is the party that I'm talking about. You mean the keg party that we had the other night? You know, so see, you have to question every single word, because just because you assume, your assumption is what's keeping you in prison. Your assumption. You assume you know what they're talking about. You assume it, and they want you to assume it. And then you enter contracts with your words. You're casting spells, and you're dishonoring. You're creating a dishonor, and they're accepting that for value. And so, it's about honor and dishonor. It's a war of truths. It's the war of truth. The last unrebutted affidavit stands as truth. What's an affidavit? It's you putting the facts down on a piece of paper. You know, he who leaves the battlefield first loses by default. This is stuff that's in the Bible. Okay? regardless, again, whether it's religious or not to you. This is really, really important information. And so, for example, let's talk about the Garden of Eden. There's two trees, right? The tree of life and the tree of knowledge. Well, the tree of knowledge is, the serpent, right? Sur-name, your last name, sur-name, Serpent, he basically, it says that if you eat from that, you will surely die. And it might mean two things, twofold. Number one, you perish, meaning you are now in the corporate world, you're a dead entity. Jesus warned you about that. God warned you about that. Is it about something religious? I don't know. But it's really good advice. If you want to traverse in this physical world, you're here, man. Why be a victim? And certainly why choose to be a victim? I'm not that much of a masochist. But, so it says you will surely die, meaning that you will enter into the world of the corporation, of the lawyers, of the judges, the magistrates. And so what that means is you're also taking that all capitals name in a contract. Everything is contract. So now you're worshiping another god, another deity. In reality, number two, the two of the twofold is that it says you will surely die. Well, a die is also a cast, right? When you combine two things. So now you're Christian and you can't, any combining anything, incorporating anything is a bad thing. It's a bad thing. Again, we're going back to the Bible, but it's a deception. It's bad. To lie is to go against one's mind. Your subconscious works 100, 200 times faster than your conscious mind does. When you lie, your subconscious knows you lied. You're going against your mind. This is what this is all about. It's about volition, and it has to be put on paper, because unless you're just a contract with yourself, you don't need any paper. But if you're dealing with another, there has to be contract. You want a contract, they want a contract. Everybody wants to be a level. They want it to be a level playing field. They want it to be a court of equity. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy stuff. Can't believe I went so long already, but yeah, a hospital also has the meaning of a bank or a church. When you're born, they cut the umbilical cord just like they, pull the rope off of the ship when it's at the dock. And you're literally livestock. You're an Admiralty product, shipping product. So, you got to look this stuff up. It's crazy stuff. Here's another one. Goat. The word goat. Uppercase G, lowercase O-A-T. It's a goat. We have 3 goats out back here, right? Simon, Alvin, and Theodore. However, all uppercase G-O-A-T means the sewer. And that's how the sewer connects to the ocean, and that's how they connect us to Admiralty maritime law. We're under the ocean, Babylon. So I hope this helped. I'll try to do another soon. All right, learn. You'll feel the power inside you. It's all right here. It's like 0-point energy. You want to heat your house and it's all around you. You just don't know how to use it. You don't know where it is. You don't know how to find it. Well, I'm trying to show you how to find it and how to use it. So do your research, read the UCC connection. Have a great day.